vision, for instance, for players, okay, when you win this tournament, we can sponsor you to 2, 3, or 5 futures tournaments across the world or something like that?
Yes, that's why we are encouraging that sponsors will not only, one of the packages for winners is that any sponsor that we want to, as one of the packages, we will have to sponsor the winners of that tournament to futures.
Okay.
When you sponsor them to futures, they become better. Like for instance, during one of the Ogbe Hardcourt tournament, we told the then governor, Lucky Ibinedion, to sponsor the best Nigerian player then was Jonathan Binovia. And we advised the governor to send him on futures. He did, and the following year, Ibinedion won the Ogbe Hardcourt. Jonathan Binovia won the Ogbe Hardcourt. Okay. So this is an example of what we are trying to do.
That was then, but you guys still do it now, because we've seen Nigerian players performing so well at the Governor's Cup, and after that, I mean, that's it. You don't get to hear much about them. Okay, they're going for a particular futures tournament or anything.
Yes, that is what we are trying to do as part of the packages. Okay. Like the outgoing board believes in continuity, that we want our program to continue. That when the program continues, if we have, since we have stabilized ourselves in the junior, we want to move now to the senior level. And the first thing we want to do is to encourage our sponsors to ensure that whosoever wins in their tournament, they will send, as one of the packages, you send that winner and the runners-up to some futures. And at the Nigerian futures here, any Nigerian that comes top, we will make sure that the sponsor sends that Nigerian player on futures, so that the following year, one of the mileage is to see that player performing better than what he has done earlier.
Interesting plans you have there. You've mentioned outgoing board a couple of times already now, and so that means there's going to be a new board coming in later on. Are you sure all these initiatives won't be affected by the change in board, apparent change in board?
Yes, there is the possibility of it being, you see, with politics in Africa, if there is no continuity, there is the possibility for such your program to be affected.
Correct.
But what we are preaching is that the incoming board, we also have most of the integral part of the outgoing board as members of the incoming board. And that is why people like me, I'm even gunning for the presidency of the incoming board.
Okay, you know, you heard your thought right there. We'll go for a break now. We'll come back. He's going to tell us what his plans will be if he's elected as president. Yemi Owoseni is still in the studio, former Vice President, Nigerian Tennis Federation, also the Vice President of African Table Tennis Federation Zone, African Tennis Federation Zone 2. I mean, you were talking about the fact that continuity and all that, and maybe it will be better to have some of the board members that were here. You can actually continue with the program. I just hinted that you're going for, I mean, so tell us about that. What are your plans?
No.
Yeah, thank you very much. Like I said, we believe in continuity. We had a program. Indanusa had a set program. His government had a set program. You'll find out that before Indanusa came in, tennis was almost dead in Nigeria. To the extent that in 2003, before the All African Games, we were excluded, but we fought to be brought into the game. And if not for tennis, Nigeria would not have won the All African Game, because we won the All African Game with 52 gold medals. And that, the 2 gold medals were won by tennis. This is to say that since then, we outlined a program, and we'll be following the program religiously. And that is why if I come in as a president, as the next president of the Federation, I intend to continue with the program. And one of the programs we have in hand is the Junior Tennis Initiative. We have to continue. Okay. The JTI will follow it religiously because it develops the game. Aside, we want to have what we call a code of conduct for our players. You see, before you can be successful in life, you have to be disciplined. What we realize in some of our young players is lack of focus and discipline and indiscipline. And one of the things we want to do is to make sure that we instill enough discipline in our players, both male and female. Aside, the coaches and technical officials have to be trained and retrained in the art of modern system of tennis. You see, it is play at the junior. There is some gap between playing at the junior level and playing at the senior level. So you have to keep on training the coaches. If you do not give them enough training, they will just be training at the rudimentary level. We sometimes, a few years ago, I even sent 4 of our coaches to Egypt personally on my own account to ensure that they acquire more knowledge for training.
Okay. All right, so basically these are the plans. I mean, when elected, you're going to have the coaching. I'm talking about giving them more exposure and also training the JTI, continue with that one.
More sponsors.
Okay, definitely. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Owoseni, for coming on the program.
Thank you very much.